Hey y'all, this is Joe here in Wheeling at the mini homestead. Um, Let me show you what happened in the windstorm. You see, part of my fence went down. Broke those off at the post. I mean, at the ground. It didn't pull them up. It just literally snapped all the post. And we've got to say goodbye to our backyard chickens. It sucks, but it's time. We've had these things. We've had them for 3.5 years now, and we are still getting 3 to 4 eggs a day out of these birds. But it's biscuits and dumplings and Gladys and Gertie. And, you know, that kept them in the yard. No, now I've had to put some temporary fencing up. I happen to have some 6-foot fencing. I did all that just to keep Maggie in the front yard when we let her out front, until I get this yard back into shape. And one of the things we're doing, we're going to be selling this house in a couple years, and I have to get a yard in it again. And I've got to finish filling in the pit up there where we tore the old house down, and grow grass back here again and clean all this up where everything is collected for the coop. But I saw somebody on Facebook was looking to buy a coop, and I put a post up there that they could have this coop, but they'd have to take the chickens with them if they had chickens. And another lady answered, and we talked back and forth. And she has a farmer's market, and at her house she has a bunch of chickens. And she's not moving, but she's doing another flock somewhere. I think they are moving. I think where they live like on a hillside, and they've been having issues. So they've got some nice flat ground, and they're going to put the girls out there with a bunch of chicks. So these girls are going to be raising the chicks. Now, little does that lady know how spoiled these chickens are. But we've had a good run. I got them from J&O Zero. He gave me good ones. You know, the whole reason for getting these was to see what it was like to own chickens. I don't think before I got these I had ever even seen a chicken, held a chicken live. And we got these girls, like I said, John gave them to me 3.5 years ago. We went down and got them. And they've been through all the winters, and my coop here that I threw up. I never built a chicken coop in my life, but I had some scrap lumber, built the coop, and it has served just fine. So they're coming tomorrow. The lady and her husband are coming tomorrow to take the coop and take the chickens home. Then I'll take all the fencing down and start working on this yard. Start trying to grow grass there again. But they've been great. They've been great birds. And like I said, all winter long, we get 2 or 3 eggs, 4 eggs a day. I know a lot of people say when winter comes, their egg production slows down. But Gail comes out every morning and fixes them a hot breakfast, when it's cold out. And they're protected in there. They got ventilation, but they also got heat. I was getting ready to tear this apart. This is too big a coop for 4 chickens. And I was going to tear this apart and build a much smaller one and another run over in that area so I could start working on this grass. But the lady has a bunch of chickens. She wants these. She knows they're pets. She knows they have names. And I told her she could have them, but they get to live out their natural life as chickens. They don't, they're probably too old and tough now to cook anyway. But that was part of the deal. They'd get to live their natural life and be happy birds. So it's time to let them go. But we know now what all is involved in having chickens, how to care for them, what we got to do, so when we move out to St. Bernard Acres and we get a bunch of chickens, we're already experienced with it. And that's what I say by, you know, experimenting and learning and getting prepared for our move out there. This gave me it's like my solar panels and batteries I had in the house for a year, so I could experiment with that and learn how that worked and what I needed. Now we know what it takes to have chickens, and we've been very lucky. So that's it. The girls are going to a new home. This is Joe out here in Wheeling, West Virginia. I'm out.